Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, I want to talk about Mars today because it's just changed signs. This was January 16th. Mars just shifted into Sagittarius, and Mars will be in the sign of Sagittarius till February 26th. But I want to focus in on Mars being in the first nakshatra in the sign of Sagittarius, which is Mula. This particular nakshatra extends from 0 degrees of Sagittarius to 13 degrees 20 minutes of Sagittarius. So Mars will be in Mula now from January 16th till February 3rd. But remember, it will remain in the sign of Sagittarius till February 26th. So let me give you the lowdown of what this means for all of us. But before I proceed, I always have to remind everyone to sign up for my free newsletter. Go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org, and you will get all of my predictions delivered to your email address free. But while you're there, at Galactic Center, check out my beautiful spiritual jewelry. I have amazing, beautiful malas, spiritual malas that you can wear and do your prayer work with. They're beautiful. So with that, continuing on, what does this Mars mean? Mars is the planet of energy. It's fire, and it deals a lot with aggression, competition, it deals with sports, and it deals with anger and war. It can deal with fighting. It's the fiery planet, but most of all, Mars is energy and gives us the energy to get things done. This is our drive. Our willpower is ruled by Mars. So to put Mars in the fiery sign of Sagittarius means people are going to start coming alive with passion, desire to get things done. But Mars being in this nakshatra of Mula is very interesting. You see, in this nakshatra, from 0 degrees of Sagittarius to 13 degrees 20 minutes, within there sits the galactic center, which is the focal point of our galaxy. This is the focal point of the universe. The galactic center is where God consciousness emanates from. And did you know in this portion of the zodiac is where from our vantage point are the most black holes. And black holes just suck in energy. And it can be really relative, that whole energetic process, to the death process, because really what is a black hole but a dying star? And this is where the energy is sucked in. It is the most intense part of the zodiac. And Mula, this nakshatra, is ruled by the god Nriti. And Nriti is the god of destruction. It's almost like the dancing Shiva, that it's like the opening and awareness of destroying the illusion. That's what's coming. So that's not such a bad thing to have the illusion stripped away. But there's got to be a lot of destruction, because the law of our universe, our third dimensional, fourth dimensional universe, is that for things to grow, things must die. And that deals with destruction. And that is what we're going to be going through when the planet of energy goes into Mula. There's going to be so much destruction that starts to kick in. Now, let me remind everyone, Mars goes through the entire zodiac every 2 years. So this is not rare. This happens every 2 years. But right now, with Mars being there, this is a very intense time. I'll tell you, one of the reasons why I think it's so intense is Venus is going to be traveling with Mars from here on out, all the way through April. Yes, they'll be in different signs, but they'll be traveling together, first in Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius, all the way through April. And Mars is passion, Mars is energy, Mars is anger, while Venus is peace, love, trying to make things balanced. So bringing those together, we're going to have a lot of heated things coming up. But most of all, I think what's really going to evolve out of the destruction is a balance. Something has to give here. Things have been out of control for way too long, and now's the time that it's all going to come back together. It will. You'll see how amazing this whole January, February, all the way through April is going to be. Now, the next nakshatra that Mars will go into, and this will actually be February 3rd, because remember, Mars will be in Mula from the 16th of January through February 3rd. And then it will go into the next nakshatra, which is Purva Ashada, and it will be there from February 3rd to February 21st. That's the truth-seeking nakshatra. So after the disruption and the destruction that hits, the truth comes. This is the truth finding. And remember this, the entire sign of Sagittarius is about finding truth. It's about philosophy, spirituality, religion, beliefs, and a lot of beliefs are clashing. There's so much distension and there is so much polarity, but most of all, there's so much separation in thought and beliefs. And this is all coming through the sign of Sagittarius in this powerful destroyer nakshatra. Now, another thing about Mula is, did you know that all of the nakshatras are ruled by a planet? And Mula is ruled by Ketu. So on top of being the destructive nakshatra, it's ruled by Ketu, which is what we call the moksha karaka, which deals with spiritual liberation from this world. So through the destruction, the truth comes for a liberation. But Ketu's not easy. Ketu is a very difficult force to deal with. Ketu deals with losses. And I want to say there's going to be many losses that you will find throughout this whole world during this time. This is a heated up period when Mars goes through Mula and is in this nakshatra that deals with so much that needs to come to the surface and be done with. So Mula, I find that people that have this nakshatra strong in their birth chart, let's say their moon is there or their sun is there. Many people born with the sun, the moon, or powerful planets, a rising sign in the nakshatra Mula, can be very self-destructive. Not always, but I have found this to be the case in many individuals. Now, what usually transpires is a transformation through the self-destruction, through all of the things that they have to go through karmically to come to the realization and the spiritual growth of letting go. And that's what we're all here to do. That's the power of that nakshatra. Many times it deals with self-destructive tendencies, but through that people learn. Now here's another thing Mula deals with. Symbol is a gathering of roots. So these roots many times have to do with healing and have to do with the healing of herbs. But another thing besides healing and herbology and homeopathy and all the healing modalities that this does symbolize and represents, the root also means getting to the root and the bottom of things. So that's what's going to happen. It won't be pleasant, but it's because of those that are staying attached to something they won't let go of. And that's where the pain and suffering comes from, the destruction. But if you readily let go, transform and change, it's a beautiful thing. And that's what I find for many people that have personal planets in this nakshatra, which is in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, being fire, being adventure, being forthcoming with wanting change and transformation, is going to empower the planet of energy, energetics, willpower, drive, ambition, even sports. All these things are going to take a new level of another high, because this is where Mars is going to be. Mars is the planet that really deals a lot with our spiritual healing, because I call Mars the spiritual warrior, as what we look at when we call it Mangala, or when it forms a Ruchaka yoga. These are the symbols that Mars takes on in the quality of being a spiritual warrior. And many will come alive with energy to be a warrior, to be more progressive and create the change. But things have to change, and the way that usually they do change is through destruction. So while Mars is in this nakshatra till February 3rd, you will see a lot of destruction. Maybe even earthquakes or earth changes, riots. Mars rules anger, so it rules riots and protest and anger. And this is a deep, dark nakshatra ruled by Ketu. So it takes on another level of gut-wrenching anger that will surface during this time that Mars is in the nakshatra Mula between now and February 3rd. And don't forget, in February and even February, well, let's just say February 3rd through February 21st, Mars will be in the nakshatra Purva Ashada, finding the truth. And then it will move into Uttara Ashada, which will be from February 21st till March 11th. Now, Uttara Ashada flanks between Sagittarius and Capricorn. So Mars will be moving into Capricorn, remember, by February 26th. But after the destruction, the truth comes out. That's what I'm seeing with this Mars as it transits through Sagittarius, but particularly in the nakshatra Mula. So with that, I'd like to close. If you would like more information on me, you can always go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org, and don't forget to look at my spiritual jewelry. And if you would like to learn Vedic astrology, become part of our astrological community, we'd love to have you. Check out my university website, which is University of Vedic Astrology.com. Thank you.